down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Bust through behind his pad. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Play about the speed, Mac. You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle on guys.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss. The next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's got his man. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chubb. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Line getting set on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, South Carolina 0.
And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Gamecocks heading quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires into traffic, picked off. On the move at the 30. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Dogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. We just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Smashes it between the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3, but get a touchdown, looking for a deep man. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it.
South Carolina, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Returner is tackled down at the 23. And the South Carolina Gamecocks will take over.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Dropping back, it's Henderson. Buys a little extra time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They're going back to the ground. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Coming after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchett. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Georgia offense will take over 1st and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's touchdowns, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Looking for room at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
Off he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. To throw, it's Henderson. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly.
The expressway is wide open. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman run.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. You used to play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense. You saw it on that play.
Second down now after the sack. The give to the back. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been...
Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun. Forced out of the pocket. The throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here comes the offense on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. They'll try the left side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Back to pass, it's Henderson. This time on target. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Finds his big tight end. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Georgia offense will take over. First and 10.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 35, South Carolina 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Right back to him on the ground. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Hits the spin cycle. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Going to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense...
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Dogs! They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route, he's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Devin. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He's got his man. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open, he makes the catch. Hits the accelerator to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off.
Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious, he's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot for the score.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Off the play fake. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Gamecocks are on the move.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes.
He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense. And that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a man. It's Henderson. Makes the grab down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready.
Fires toward the end zone. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting a nail in the coffin.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their third sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and really good third down situational defense. You know it's third and long. You know the pass play is coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the postgame.
Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man all by himself. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
They'll give it to the back. Still running at the 40. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And the defense gets him out of bounds at the 3, and they're set up.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead, late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about it, man? Just aggressiveness. When you've already got the lead. You got a comfortable lead. You're sitting pretty, but this offense, actually this coach says, I want more. I want to get this onside kick, and not only do they try it, they get it.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout is called with just a single second left. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. No matter how much college football changes, realignment,